by examining what is this concept digital ready? What do I mean when I say digital ready? And in fact, what do I mean when I say digital? Well, over time, there's been a bit of a gap that seems to have formed in organisations between the business and the customers and the technology. And for any of the millennials in the room, that thing on the right there is a floppy disk. And when we transitioned away from chipping our ideas onto stone tablets, we used them to store data in computers. They're about as big as your face, but you could hold the data that you could fit onto about 200,000 of those onto the phone that you've got in your pocket. They were a big step up from the stone tablets, so they caught on. So for me, digital is really just filling that gap between those three. Sounds like a simple sort of explanation, but there seems to be enough complicated explanations of what digital is. I thought this is what made the most sense based on the conversations I've had. And we keep having to make this case for digital, and this is sometimes quite frustrating because we seem to get it. We know that there's value to be had there, but we still keep having to have this argument. I think the table down the front here was having this conversation yesterday about why do we keep having to sell the benefits of digital. So I think in the room I'm preaching to the converted, so I'll run through these quite quickly. We know in government it's not really about saving money. It's very hard to save money. So what we end up doing is we have process efficiencies as a result of digital systems that we put in, and then we can use that time and reinvest it elsewhere. Really, I guess the idea there is we want to take people away from the simple high volume transactions and reinvest their efforts into the more complex service delivery that we're seeing more and more of over time. Business intelligence, obviously we can use all the data that we're collecting and get insight and value out of that. That's a tough task. It's not easy to do. We're probably not doing it well in a lot of cases from what I can see. Citizen engagement, I think we've got huge room to grow in this space, but if we could really develop platforms and engage better around policy and legislation with the public, we could transform the way that we do policy. And customer experience, I'm just going to move on. That's why we're here. We get that.